Yeah. Finally, we're here.
We're here. Welcome back to another episode of Format Podcast Live, Sunday morning edition. Finally unchained from vicious StreamYard technical difficulties. But we're here. We're not going to leave y'all hanging. We apologize for being late. So, yeah, that's how that goes. If you're here, thank you for being here. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching on the replay. We got a pretty good show in line for you guys today. Of course, we're going to rock with the quick hits. We're going to talk about the game. If you missed Sneed and mine's recap of Ohio State and Michigan yesterday, we're here to talk about it. And then, of course, we'll discuss it some more Tuesday night on our college football show. But we're going to talk briefly about the game. In the first topic, we're going to talk about the Raiders and what the hell is going on with them. Craziness. We're going to talk about whether or not the Chiefs are finished and the NBA Western Conference, which is on fire right now. So, got a great show lined up. Gentlemen, what's good with y'all?
What's cracking?
Man, we finally out here, bro. You deal with those technical issues once in a while, but damn, we here.
Facts. Well, let's go ahead and let's give a shout out to the channel members, of course. And we got to show them love because they show us love. So let's go ahead and do that. Of course, first things first, Coach T was good, aka Laker Nation, but host of the Be Ready Sports Podcast. In order to be ready, what you gotta do, Transformer?
Stay ready.
There you go. You got to stay ready. So if y'all haven't already, make sure you go on over to the Be Ready Sports Podcast and like and subscribe. It's not that serious. What's good, brother? Thank you for your support. Always there. Chief Sid Bubba. Shout out to you. Shout out to everything you've done for our great nation. Shout out to the support you give this show. And shout out to the boys from Annapolis. Order arms. Baltimore Bruce, what's going on?
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. I know you love it, Bruce. We gonna sing it anyway. Yeah. Order arms. I ain't even gonna do the whole thing. I was ready.
I do not love it.
You got
I'm so
13 days.
That's right. That's
13 days, yo.
Yeah. Can't wait. Baltimore Bruce, what's going on, man? Shout outs to you. Steve.
Ready to do stupid?
My Irish brother was good, Steve. Another big win last night. Now we sit and wait and see if the committee values what we have done enough to get us in there. Pause.
Bruce,
Nino was good. Nino, what else?
Bruce.
What?
I told you y'all was going to put foots in Stanford, bro.
I'm just saying, man, it's a lot going on in the college football world. They might mess around and say, yo,
Jeremiah had
early season losses.
Jeremiah had a touchdown in 2.2 seconds in the game, bro.
Oh, man.
You blinked twice, the man was in the end zone.
Nah.
Price came right behind him. You blinked 3 times, he's in the end zone.
Pause. What's wrong with you, man?
He came in the game, you blinked 3 times, he's in the end zone?
No, you talking about Price was right behind him, man. What's wrong with you? Pause.
Gee, that context matters, man.
Listen, you know why our shows be taking 4 hours, bro?
For the pauses.
Like, this is the pauses, the rationale, the explanations, interventions. Come on, bro.
Jeez, man. Dang. New York, bro.
And then you're gonna blame New York. You can't keep doing this, bro.
Yes, we can. They've made it hard for us to communicate as brethren. They made it difficult, bro.
Shout out Sneed, got what you need, man. Appreciate everything you do for us as well, man.
Sneed.
Of course, my man, Micah, all love 0307. Shout out New York City. All right. Anyway.
Edward.
No, I'm not listening to that dude, man. You know, Edward's too busy being trapped in the wax museum. I don't got time for that.
Oh, he's the one, bro. Get with the times, Eddie. Come on, bro.
Hey, man, look.
All right, y'all.
I'll get off my big bro. Okay.
Water.
Oh, you be you.
You be you.
Water. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to hit the spiel. Then we're going to come back, get to these quick hits, and we're going to make it happen, y'all. Let's go. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
And you. And you, and you, and you. Don't forget the girl in the back, man, dressed in all blue. Okay, like and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the like button after the show. Of course, we still got to update that part of the intro, but don't forget.
Yeah, I definitely be forgetting.
Don't forget to raise the roof, man.
We're gonna get that done.
Eddie's on one right now, bro.
I'm not. You see I'm not even gonna reference that.
He woke up.
I want no parts of that on this show. No. I'll just say I know who they are. I'll leave it there.
Oh man,
generous. Oh my gosh! All right, quick hits. Y'all got quick hits, gentlemen?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Man Down Sports.
Yeah.
Salute the Mel. Holding it down week by week. Fellow Navy brethren. Go Navy, beat Army. He has a co-host by the name of Motown Chris.
He does.
And I don't do this ain't a podcast slandering or talking about or bashing or anything of that nature.
You talking about Lions, Chris?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Motown Chris, yeah.
So Motown Chris is a beloved Detroit Lions fan. And if you guys celebrate Thanksgiving or watch football on Thanksgiving, well, the Green Bay played the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, and it was the very first game of the day. And Sir Motown Chris called Green Bay trash, called them garbage. Not only did we beat them week one, in which, Micah Parsons, sacked, touched Jared Goff a lot, pause. But Micah Parsons said, I can do it again and again and again and touch Jared Goff again, right? The Green Bay Packers prevailed again on Thanksgiving, gobbled up some turkey right after the game. And I had nothing but positive thoughts for Motown Chris, because Motown Chris never did text my phone. I don't even think they've went live yet. But I'm awaiting you, Motown Chris. So this is my open invitation for us to have a genuine brother-to-brother conversation about the broom that we brought out on the Detroit Lions for the year. A good old sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. I know. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sound good. Sweep, sweep. Say it with me, Motown Chris, when you're watching. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Oh, man, it felt good. It felt good to me. Probably didn't feel good to you because now you guys are on the outside looking in of the playoffs right now. And there's nothing you could do about it when it comes to Green Bay, because Green Bay already put foots in you twice. 2 times. So whenever you're ready, Motown Chris, my number's still the same. My Instagram is still the same. You got both. We could have a genuine conversation. It could be offline. It could be online. Or you want to discuss the fact that, we still won a game despite holding Micah Parsons for half of it. We could have a conversation about how Jordan Love just go ahead and just torched the entire Detroit Lions secondary. We could talk about it. We could talk about how the Tavion Wicks just came out of nowhere and just said, bump it. I don't care how you throw the ball. Just throw the ball because I'm going to catch it over him, and the coach on the sideline. We could talk about it. So whenever you get the time, hit your boy up. Love you, bro. It's all love, man. So salute to Man Down Sports, his podcast, and salute to Motown Chris, the beloved Detroit Lion fan. Because guess what? We may have been beaten by a cat earlier this year. Speaking of cats, that was the Carolina Panthers. But you know one kitty cat that didn't get a W this year? The Lions. Roar. Talk to him. Roar. King of the jungle. Loser in Green Bay. Got it. All right, let's go, man. My bad. Go ahead, y'all. I'm done.
The Lions are from the savannah, bro.
I don't know why they say that. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. Savannah, Harana, Macarena. It don't matter. Green Bay in 6. Green Bay for 6. 31-24 if y'all were asking the score. Green Bay beat Detroit for the second time this season. Sweet.
7.
Sweet. Shout out J-Mo, though. J-Mo had a very good game.
Yeah, he was good. He had a bad drop on third down.
Bad
drop on third down.
You know who didn't drop it?
Wicks.
That boy.
That first TD reception was crazy.
I thought it was out of bounds until I saw the replay.
No, he dragged the foot on the initial contact. Yeah.
I thought he was out of because I didn't see because when he initially caught the ball, I didn't see that foot down. Yeah, I didn't see that foot down. So I saw what I thought was the first step, which is the second step. And I'm like, damn, he's out of bounds.
You know why it was good? Transfer because it was a clean catch. There was no bobble, there was no juggle, there was no mishandling.
Hands.
He caught it clean right away. Foot was down. That's first foot, second foot.
Second foot, boom. And then the one he caught with the shoe off. The man didn't even need a second shoe. He said, bump it, bro. One shoe. Got it. Don't even worry about it.
What's his first name?
Datavion.
Datavion One Shoe. That's what we're going to start calling him.
Datavion One Shoe.
Where do people get these names?
Dontavion. That's his name.
What is it?
Dontavion Wicks. Dontavion, something like that.
Is this some confusion of multiple names kind of thing? Is that what that?
I mean, yeah, it depends on where you're from. You know, you could be called Hitler or Adolf. I'm sorry, my bad, not Hitler, but you could be called Adolf.
Old Adolf. Long live old Adolf.
We used to have a player on the Browns named Barkevius
Mingo.
And I'd never heard that name before. Like stuff just comes out of Barkevius.
What ain't DK Metcalf something named something weird?
Is
Probably.
it?
It's like something long. DK Metcalf, Rick, real name.
I was about to look it up too. Sneeze, stupid.
It's something crazy. It's Decalen Zacharias Metcalf.
Is that what?
Decalen
That's what it is.
Zacharias Metcalf. Yeah. I'm glad they shortened that thing up for DK.
I tell you what, man, I gotta say this, Transformer. Y'all down south wild with the names, boy.
I don't think he's not from the South though.
He went to Ole Miss. I don't know.
But that don't mean he's from here.
That's true. He's from Oxford, Mississippi.
Oh, he's from Mississippi.
Mississippi. Ole Miss.
Look at here, buddy.
Nino. Them your peoples, bro. Mississippi. Them your peoples, bro.
Zacharias.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not
Kalen Zacharias. I'm assuming that there was a Kalen in the family, so they added the D in their pause.
Why we always gotta, try to remix something.
Zacharias, that's precarious right there. Where's this family from?
Mississippi.
Oh yeah, his dad also Terrence played for Ole Miss, so he's from Mississippi.
Wait. So his pops got a normal name and named his son Decalen Zacharias? What is this?
His name is Brian. William.
Oh my God. All right. We got See, that's your quick hit, man.
You know what's crazy? Transformer like legitimately laughs from his heart, bro. Yeah. And you can't stop. Look at it.
Hey, he's joyful, man. I respect it.
Now he's reaching for the tissue. No,
Get the tissue for
bro, I'm telling you, we can't finish those shows on time.
I'm gonna mute my mic. Okay, I'm gonna mute it.
Yeah. All right, bro. All right. I got my quick hit. All right. We're gonna talk more NBA later,
Yes.
but as I guess like an appetizer, bro. The Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have since the preseason been the favorite for the Eastern Conference. Everybody says this is the team that's going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana's out of the picture. Boston is, I would say, a middling team for the time being. You know, you're without your star player. It's hard to be a legitimate contender like that without being full go with all your roster. The Pistons look like they're better suited for an Eastern Conference Finals than the Cavs. The Pistons look better. Yeah, and it's because of Cade, right? And what they put around him. But the real issue for the Cavs, their defense, even though they have the DPOY, the Cavs defense is broken. Like the team defense. It doesn't make any sense. Individually, Cavs have good defenders. Dean Wade is a good defender. You have the DPOY and Evan Mobley. Jared Allen is an all-NBA caliber defender. Like, and then Sam Merrill's a decent defender. But like there's these breakdowns in these rotations. I don't know if it's because they try to play the pseudo zone or whatever, but it's just not good. They're giving up like 130, 140 points sometimes in these games. You ain't going to win nothing giving up 130 and 140 points. The only teams that right now that I would call favorites for an NBA Finals appearance, all of them play real defense. From Houston to OKC and even Detroit. These teams are willing defensive at all levels. On the perimeter, in the paint, they play defense and they rebound. The Cavs are too inconsistent. Anybody who thinks that the Cavs are the favorite to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, you are crazy. And this is coming from a Cleveland homer who absolutely loves his sports teams. The Cavs will not cross the street playing defense like this. I don't care how many times Donovan saves you and keeps the games close. If they don't play defense as a team collectively and get stops, they aren't crossing the street.
I hear you on that, man. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently 12-8. They're currently 6th in the Eastern Conference. They're currently
average,
tied.
regular, basic.
They're tied with the 5th, 7th, and 8th team. So I mean, no, just 5th and 7th at 12-8. So
with no Indiana and without Boston having Jason Tatum, and the Knicks, you know, they look regular too. The Heat have impressed me. The Pistons have impressed me. I'm not impressed by what the Cavs are doing. They look lazy on defense.
Is Jalen Brunson still hurt? I think he's been out though. I think that's the reason why they haven't been middling.
Yeah, they were like 12-8 the last I checked.
Yeah, 12-6.
12-6.
Yeah, they're currently
not
third.
Bad actually. That's not bad. That's not bad. And if Brunson's been out, then that's even more impressive.
Yeah, Toronto was impressive.
Toronto's crazy.
Yeah, 14-6.
Did not see this happening. Nope.
Yeah. Definitely had them as a bottom feeder, but they currently beating a lot of bottoms this year.
Them and the Suns, man.
Yeah. The Suns?
Suns have been overachieving this year.
Oh, 12-9. Yeah, that's good.
Everybody thought that was the bottom is going to be in, you know?
Oh, the Warriors have signed the brother of Stephen Curry again.
Right.
So you got the brothers on the team, the Mario brothers.
Right. It's not going to be the Splash Brothers, though. It's not going to be the same.
That's why I said Mario.
But hey, Seth could shoot that thing too, though. It's in the genes. All right. I'm gonna go ahead with the final quick hit, and that is Lane Kiffin, because right now I am just obsessed with the world of college football. So,
I mean, why not be
on Tuesday night, huh?
I said, well, why not be?
Yeah, college football is fire right now. Anyway, Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin is expected to be taking the job at LSU, but, you know, the college football world is kind of still waiting on the notice. He was supposed to meet with his team at Ole Miss to tell him whatever he's going to tell him, at 10 o'clock this morning. However, it was reported the meeting got pushed back to 2 p.m., but then another reporter, a Yahoo college football reporter, said that he saw players filing into the meeting room at 9:30 this morning. So it's all over the place. We're just sitting back waiting. But by all reports, it's expected that Lane Kiffin will take the LSU job. They're supposed to be paying him $12 million annually, and they are supposed to be sending 2 planes this afternoon to pick up him, his family, and others. They didn't say who the others are, but, so I was like, damn, okay. Like, I guess at the end of the day, man, there's so much money in this big time world of college football, but then they still complain about not having the money to do right by these players. Like, stop it. You got programs like Alabama that under Nick Saban won 6 national championships, and I think played for 2 or 3 more. And he literally, was it last year, the year before, was like begging for donors to give money towards NIL. I'm like, what? Where did all that money go? All this money you made over the last 2 decades, where did it go? That you got to be begging for NIL bread. Like, are you all serious, man?
Yeah.
It would be very interesting to me to see an accounting of all the money that the big time college football programs make, how it's being spent and how much comes in. Like, but they would never do that, obviously, because that would force them and give the players a real leg up in, any argument towards proper compensation. So that's my quick hit, though. Lane Kiffin is expected to be the next head coach, at LSU. And that's going to be interesting because then you're going to see with, a legitimately competent head coach, can they get back to the national championship precipice?
Yeah. They don't expect the defensive coordinator, Pete Golden, to be going along with them. So
but this makes sense. I'm gonna tell you guys why. He literally goes places where things have been broken, and then he tries to like rebuild programs. Like, remember at USC? There was a fall off, and Pete Carroll left, and then it was Lane Kiffin.
I think he was on the sauce there though, so that's why. But they literally left him on the tarmac after a loss. So
really,
yeah.
Well, anyways. Every time I see this guy get a job, it's like a rebuild or a reconstruction or to get this program back on track. But he moves quickly, doesn't he? He doesn't seem to stay many places very long.
because like he was after the USC thing. Where did he go there? Was that when he went to Alabama No, he was at what's this?
Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dominated there, went to Alabama as the OC. I think won a chip there with Saban. Then he got the Ole Miss job. So yeah, he's been around.
And by the way, LSU is a big time program.
Big time.
So
big time.
Yeah, so it's
a lot of talent, and the kids down there grow up wanting to play for that program. So recruiting is not a huge.
He's going to be solid in terms of what he gets to build. Pretty much first year,
for sure. For sure. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So, yeah, that was my quick hit, man. That was my quick hit.
The world is awaiting you, Lane Kiffin.
Certainly is.
Yeah. USC, Alabama, Florida Atlantic, now Ole Miss. I mean, was Ole Miss and now LSU.
Mm-hmm. Is he really that big of a deal that he's getting this kind of attention?
I didn't think he was until the news flashes started putting alerts on, hey, where's Lane Kiffin going?
Right. That started yesterday.
Yeah.
They've been talking about him as a big name in the coaching searches for a while, especially with the Florida job being open and then LSU after the Brian Kelly firing.
There's a guy who needed replacement.
Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Brian, Chip, all of them.
All those guys. They're all frauds,
the Kellys. Bro. All the Kellys got to go.
Coach T.
Coach T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Joel. Let's go ahead and let's get to that first topic.
You know who's not a fraud? Shamar Moore is not a fraud.
Shamar Moore is definitely not a fraud. Whether it's God and light or as the world turns.
It's the road, bro. Come on, bro.
Bruce, whether it's God and light or as the world turns, Shamar Moore. What was the other one? Young and the Restless? Yeah, Young and the Restless.
He's on something now, too. Some like action show or something.
Oh, NYPD.
Is that it? I thought he was on something else.
Criminal Minds, bro.
Is that what it is?
Criminal Minds? Is that confirmed? And it was some cop show. He's a cop on something.
Okay. All right.
Let me see.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Got me looking at
it. Let's get it started. Sneed, This is you. We're gonna open up. Brutus the Buckeye opening that can.
I'm not opening up nothing.
Pause.
SWAT, SWAT and criminal minds, but it's SWAT.
So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
thinking about SWAT.
Okay, yeah.
Ohio State goes into the big house and they get a huge dominating victory.
Yes, sir.
They did so in a way that we thought Michigan was going to look to win this game.
Mm.
They were dominant in the second half. I think the Michigan Wolverines had -8 yards rushing
in the second half.
That's
crazy.
I think they had 2 first downs in the second half. They scored no points. They were held to 3 field goals, all of which came in the first half.
Mhm.
And even in the second quarter, you kind of sensed that the energy was kind of a little bit off. You know, it's like you kind of felt like they got their best chance in the first quarter, and Ohio State weathered the storm, and they remained in position to kind of just tough out the game. Ohio State did land a couple of big plays with their game breakers. Tate had a long reception. Jeremiah Smith had one as well, and there was a third TD to Ennis across the middle in the red zone. And you know, the Buckeyes just ran out the clock essentially the entirety of the second half.
Literally.
Yeah, they didn't even feel like they had to score. They felt like they had enough points. Bo Jackson was incredible. He
knows the game.
He was essential in the passing game. He was huge in terms of his rushes. He was punishing the Michigan Wolverines. He took pain to them. Yeah, it was a phenomenal execution by the Buckeyes. And the thing about the Wolverines is, in rivalry games like this, the talented team can lose.
Yeah.
But not only were the Buckeyes more talented, but they were tougher yesterday. They just had a better showing. I think, you know, to what we discussed yesterday on the live stream, Michigan needs to figure out what they're going to do with this Underwood kid, because you have a lot of talent there. There's great potential. But in order to optimize that and get the best out of him, it's going to mean you're going to have to push the ball down the field and likely have to bring in a couple of weapons that can present a danger and pose a threat to defensive secondaries. And you know what? Honestly, the Buckeyes did enough to win, but we may never know what the Wolverines could have done, because you could have said they played so conservative, they didn't take any chances. So their conservative game maybe was too conservative, and they never really posed a threat. Ohio State was never in danger.
Mm. Interesting. Yeah, no, I totally agree with everything you said there, Sneed. Ohio State was never in danger. Watching the game, saw Michigan come out and have a good physical drive and get 3 on the opener, and then
the pick.
I was just about to get there, right? And on Ohio State, first possession, they get a pick off Julian Sand, just a great defensive play. So I'm saying, okay, Michigan's here to play. All right, they're hyped up and everything. But as Sneed said, Michigan threw their best punches early in that game in the first quarter, and Ohio State was able to weather that storm, and they were able to hang in there. And then the body blows. A couple of haymakers, you know. Again, the Carnell Tate bomb, the Jeremiah Smith long play, about 35-yard touchdown, and you know those were the ones that really wobbled Michigan. And then Ohio State in the second half just put them away, just beat the body, and that was it, man. It was an impressive showing by the Buckeyes, which, you know, again, led to what I've been saying all year long. This is by far the best team in college football. And just the way they played, super impressive. And got to give credit to the young fella, Julian Sand, you know, freshman quarterback, who was able to get past throwing that pick, get right back into the game. No big deal. We just going to go ahead and handle these dudes. And this wasn't a normal game, especially when you're dealing with a freshman quarterback. This was the game, right? Arguably the biggest regular season game in all of America every year. And he, not only that, his first time playing in this game was on the road. 110,000 in the big house. So like that couldn't have been an easy atmosphere, but he made it look easy. Ohio State did a fantastic job of scheming the game up for him. And then, as we said, they were able to turn it into the Michigan way, which I'm sure was particularly satisfying for Ryan Day in that second half, in terms of, you know, totally controlling the clock and punishing the Wolverines on the ground. And you could see that Michigan never quit. They still played with the physicality. They still played with the effort defensively and offensively. They just didn't have enough. And it's one of those things where if you can't score the points on offense, eventually your defense is going to crack. So, That's what it is. USC is not sneaking in anywhere. Pause. Coach T. That's not happening. That's not happening. I don't even know why you would put that up here. That's not happening, bro. They're not. Period. Anyway,
a lot of people that were at the game, the analysts and whoever the talking heads, they spoke to Sayan's pick, and they said he didn't seem rattled or affected by the pick.
That was crazy. Yeah.
After it happened, he seemed like he was at peace with it. He knew the mistake, the error, and it kind of shows the rest of the game. He played pretty clean.
I think it was just a great play on the ball, honestly. I don't think it was a poor throw. I think the Michigan defensive back made a great play on the ball, and he came up with it. No big deal. Yeah, and to your point, the rest of the way, Sayan's like, okay, but guess what? I got bigger guns than you do. Right.
They didn't take the ball out of his hands. Like they did throw the ball on, within the game plan kind of process, and they didn't change up anything. He threw the ball 26 times. He didn't throw it 11 times.
Right. And like we talked about yesterday, Sneed, and before I give this over to Transformer, this topic, Michigan needs to do a better job. I think they need a new OC. I mentioned this, and I think they have to make it a focus, a priority, whether it's in the transfer portal this offseason or in recruiting. They've got to get a true number one and get some quality weapons in the passing game, because Underwood has all the tools, but you got to give him the weapons, because if you don't, you find yourself in a position. I understand that they have a mentality, they have a culture, physicality, smash, run the ball, great, but you also still need to be able to push it downfield. And the perfect example of that, I know we're not talking about them, is my Irish last year, right? How they did what they did in getting to the national championship game was great, but because there wasn't that consistent threat to be able to push the ball downfield through the air, when you get against an explosive team, the quality of an Ohio State,
by the way, Bruce,
it's hard to win those kind of games.
A lot of people that were talking about Bryce Underwood in the preseason, saying how great he was, great high level recruit and all those things, they're eating crow right now. They look silly. Like they're getting cooked on social media, like saying like he's a bust. I'm not going to go that far. No, I'm just able to acknowledge that this game seemed too big for him, and they didn't even give him a chance. Maybe they know something.
I don't think they know something. I think it just.
I mean, everything was RPO, but like, where were the dropbacks? Like,
well, so one, I mean, if you're watching that game, look how many coverage situations there were where he just had nowhere to go with the football. That defense, what they do. So that's a big part of it. And then two, like I said, the weaponry just isn't there, right? Imagine, would we be saying this about Bryce Young, obviously, if we switched to two quarterbacks and he was in Columbus? No, we wouldn't. So he's not a bust. He's got all the tools. He would be beasting out, just like saying, maybe more so because he's a little bigger and more athletic if he was in Columbus. So it's a function of where he is, the coaching he's receiving, and the weapons he doesn't have in comparison. So I don't think that's fair at all. Transform. I've been running my mouth. Your turn, boss. What are you feeling about this game you saw yesterday?
I mean, Ohio State showed that our weapons are better than yours. Every weapon we have, receiver, running back, quarterback, we're better than you are. Defense, better than you are. Michigan, on the other hand, I mean, despite being down for most of the game, you still ran the ball more than you threw the ball, right? I never really see many games where you're still trying to effectively run the football and not doing a very good job at it. They had 2 plays that went for 58 yards, 2 plays. The remaining 22 plays went for 42 yards. The remaining, right? So that's 24 attempts total rushing, and you only had 18 passing attempts in a game in which you were trailing, right? That shows that distrust in Bryce Underwood at this point, or a lack of getting rid of the old Jim Harbaugh way of just trying to pound the rock and run the football. Well, if you're not doing it effectively, now you're going to have to see what you got in that first. I mean, I keep saying first round, but that number 1 overall recruit talent that you have in Bryce Underwood. That was my
Transformer
biggest question.
If the defense takes something away from you, got to have something else, right?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what we
got to have an adjustment to go to.
Ohio State took away the run. Eventually they stopped. So now what?
Yeah. So see what you got. I mean, at this point, like I said, they were down, from the second quarter on for the rest of the game. But it's like, okay, at this point, run's not working. Just try something. Get a little cute. What more do you have to lose, man? It's a rivalry game. Get a little cute.
Not your year, bro.
Rutgers.
This is not your.
He's joking though, right?
This is not your year, bro.
No, he's joking. Clearly.
Talk Penn State Rutgers.
First of all, Penn
you
State
got rid of your coach
Sports
finally.
Talk,
Good
Penn
job.
State Sports Talk. I appreciate you being here, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We do specifically college football shows on Tuesday nights. Love to have you there, and best believe when you guys get a coach, we're gonna pay some real attention to that because Penn State is absolutely a blue blood program, and got respect for them. But right now is not.
It was a down year for Penn State. It's not their year.
That's better than what Michigan did all year. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry, Transformers.
But no, you're good. They finally got rid of James Franklin, man. You're welcome. You know how we feel about James Franklin on this show. Yes, but, sir. I mean, Ohio State, man, they just dominated. From time of possession, they doubled them 40 to 19 minutes. I mean, everything was just clicking for Ohio State. The only blemish on the game for them was the pick. And salute to Julian Sayin for just keeping the poise, not getting rattled, and just looking at it like, okay, mistake. Let's play ball, right? Let's line them up. Let's line them back up. I get back on the field. I got two weapons that they don't have. I got two major weapons, first round NFL pick talents that they just don't have. And I'm going to get the ball to those guys. So Carnell Tate showed up big time. Jeremiah Smith showed up big time. Bo Jackson. The man, once that snow started falling, it was just a wrap. It was a wrap. Like, Bo was not going down in the first, second, or third tackle. It took 4 tackles for him to get down, right? His balance, his control of his body once getting hit and getting tackled, it was just amazing. I'm like, yo, he's turning literally 2 to 3 yard gains to 7 to 8 yard plays, right? That's how great Bo Jackson was. And he actually helped him in the passing game, chipping in another 4 receptions and 49 yards. It was just overall Ohio State showing we have the better talent. We're going to use it. We're going to show you why that we're going to put foots in y'all this year. None of us on this entire roster has ever beaten Michigan. But by the time this clock hits zeros, we're all going to have that W on you. All of us, right? So great game by Ohio State, man. From beginning to the end, despite the interception, they did their job, right? They did their job.
93 points on the season that defense gave up.
That's crazy. They have yet to give up 17 points in a game.
And to Brucey, Baltimore Brucey, Doug, I watched Alabama yesterday. They're not doing what Ohio State did to Michigan.
No.
They're not doing that to Michigan.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I tell you, they lucked one out against Auburn, but obviously what that really means is that every game in the SEC is just so tough. That's what that means. That when you're struggling against a team whose coach got fired and is trash, but that's just testament to the greatness of the SEC, right? That's what that means, right?
I guess
Indiana, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. I'm just saying, man.
Oh man, But all right, let's go ahead. We'll take 2 quick calls on this, and then we'll get right to the next.
I still think Notre Dame should join the Big Ten. I still, to this day, think they should.
No.
All right, man. All right.
I think
it's home.
I think they want to find the easier route to the playoffs every time.
Geographically, psychologically, fanatically, I would love Notre Dame in the Big Ten.
You would, but it's the Big Ten's fault. We're not there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
4 separate occasions.
How did they not negotiate it? Just make it work, bro. Make a couple of concessions. Make the deal happen, bro. You give and you take. Negotiations.
Hey, nope. We're not sharing none of that playoff money. We want it all. We're not giving up.
Ohio State ain't got no problem with no money now. Let's not get crazy.
No, I know. But why should we share it with 18 other teams when we can?
Well, I think the money gets bigger if Notre Dame is in the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying?
My wife just walked in. She gave me this crazy look. It made me laugh. Like she walked right by.
I'm looking in the comments and everything. I'm like, I don't know what.
Everything's quiet.
Nah, how sometimes you're on and then like a kid walk by or your wife walk by and they just make a funny face or something. So anyway, but when it comes to it, no, Notre Dame is not joining anything. They will stay independent for as long as they possibly can, and rightfully so. Because
Okay.
I'll just remind everyone, it's actually harder for Notre Dame to make the playoff and win a national championship independent. So we can kill all the other narratives. Anyway.
Don't join that Big Ten. You're never gonna make it. Don't join the Big Ten, bro. You're never gonna make it.
I think that Notre Dame would have some great runs if they're in the Big Ten. You'd play Ohio State, you played Michigan. Those would be high profile games.
We already have high profile games.
How many high profile games?
They don't want real competitors in that.
Well, no,
the schedule.
They end up playing a couple good teams every year, but like, what if we could make that 4?
No, listen, I get it. I'm just saying from a business standpoint and a uniqueness.
How often does Ohio State play Notre Dame, bro?
It's rare.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see that annually.
2 years ago, we played them, and then the year before that, we played them. So we played them in a home and home about 4 years ago. And then obviously we played them for the chip last year. So it's not a.
And if they hold on to the Big Ten championship game, conference games, that would be major if it was Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Sure.
Yeah. When the last time they played Alabama?
I don't want to share the money.
Was it the Natty? I don't think they played Cincinnati.
Yeah. I don't think we played since the national championship in 2012. We played Georgia a couple times. We played Georgia 3 times in the last 7 years. And I think in 2027, 2028, we got home and homes with Alabama. Matter of fact, there's going to be a year coming up where we got to play Clemson, Bama, and Texas all in the same season. So,
Let me see.
But of course, Notre Dame never played
anyone. Let me see.
I think they should.
Notre Dame holds a all-time 38-18 record against teams from the SEC.
But
75 record in the postseason games between the two conferences.
Look, we all know that according to Bruce and some others, if Notre Dame was in the SEC, they couldn't do anything, and they're trash, and they're afraid to play them, and they're afraid to schedule them, and they're afraid to join a conference. Blah 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 blah. But all the
last 10 games, they're 6-4 against the SEC.
You know what? Let's not even do this, Transformer. This is an Ohio State, Michigan topic. I'm not going to do this because you know how I can get, and I'm not going to stab. I'm going to twist the knife. You already know how I do when people come.
They played Alabama in 2021, by the way. That was the last time.
Oh, okay.
2021.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No. I think they played them in the playoff. All right, let's move right along. See, Transformer distracting me. I don't know why you did that, man.
I pull up numbers, man. That's my thing.
I know you do, and I appreciate you, brother. I do, but this wasn't the Notre Dame topic. All right. Man, this one right here.
Interesting.
This one right. It's so funny. All right, let me start this off. I was listening to, because I have a habit of going back and listening to our old shows. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do that. Because obviously I want to see where I can improve, what I can do better, so on and so forth, By the way, I think we all have great chemistry. We work well together. Pause. So I appreciate y'all very much, man. So it was funny. This was like a week or two ago, and we were talking about how bad Geno Smith was, right?
Yeah.
Because he's
Geno. Geno.
Yeah, but Bruce, while that was happening, the Tom Brady thing was happening.
And that's where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going. So the Raiders have been terrible all year, right? And I was one of the people going into this season, thought the Raiders would see an uptick, right? They had some draft picks. They get Ashton Genty. We know Pete Carroll loves to run the ball. He comes in, he's a Super Bowl coach, 2-time Super Bowl competitor, Super Bowl winning coach, national champion, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Cool. So I'm thinking, all right, they got a coach that knows what he's doing. They have some decent personnel. They draft a quality running back to kind of play the way that Pete Carroll wants. They have Brock Bowers and one of the elite tight ends in the game, a young guy who's doing his work. I wouldn't have gotten Geno Smith. I'm on the record saying if I'm them, I would have drafted Shadur Sanders. Kind of expected that with the whole Tom Brady having mentored him thing and all this and all that, right? But anyway, they get Geno Smith, and we're like, ooh, dang, ooh, dang. I'm sorry. Stop doing that, Steve. Oh, my gosh.
We got to grow up on this show, man. We got to grow up. We're very unprofessional.
Yes. By the way, Wu-Tang, greatest rap group of all time, hands down, no question.
We are unprofessional, bro.
Oh, my God.
That's why we ain't shit, bro.
We ain't shit, Steve.
Stab you with a rusty screwdriver.
I keep feeding you. I keep feeding you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So where were we? Yes, so we were talking about Geno Smith and how bad he was. But the thing is this, now we start finding out there's stuff going on behind the scenes, right? Because amidst the Raiders having a terrible season, offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, who was the championship offensive coordinator for the Ohio State Buckeyes last year, he left them and took a $6 million a year deal to be the OC for the Raiders. Tom Brady had a lot to do with that, and we'll get to that momentarily. But it turns out Chip Kelly was literally stealing money, and he is a huge part of why Ashton Genty has struggled this year. He is a huge part of why the offensive line play has been poor this year. He is a huge part of why Geno Smith has struggled so much this year. I'm not saying the only part, but a huge part. Why do I say that? It's recently been reported that prior to him being fired, Chip Kelly was literally calling plays into the game that had never been installed into the playbook. So he calls in a play and the players have no idea what is going on. So Chip Kelly literally was stealing money, costing players out here money because now they're putting bad tape out there. So hopefully now that people understand what was going on, maybe they'll reassess the players properly because, there's always a lot of turnover in the offseason, et cetera. So that hurt Geno Smith, that hurt Ashton Genty, that hurt that whole O-line, that hurt that entire offense. So we know Chip Kelly was trash. He's fired. But here's another question. Pete Carroll, a former Super Bowl winning champion, maybe the game has passed him by. Maybe he should go retire because what is he, 75, 76 now? Mm-hmm. You're telling me that you didn't realize something was going on there, that your players have no idea what's going on and you're not further investigating as the head coach? I get that you're going to give your coordinators autonomy, but as the head coach, you oversee everything, and you've got to realize you're not a rookie head coach. Something's going on here. Go ahead, Snead.
Why do they always act like things were going on without them knowing? These guys don't let a fly on the wall if they don't want it to.
Great point.
They know exactly who's in the media rooms. They know exactly who has access to team facilities.
Right.
They know everything. You're going to pretend like you didn't know?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's buying that, bro. Like, this is crazy. There's only 30 of these teams in the world.
Right.
And you're telling me you don't have the granular control of these situations?
Yeah.
It's fake complacency.
It is.
So if things are working, you look brilliant. And when they fail, you get to deflect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bullshit. I'm not buying this, Bruce.
Right. Here's the other part of it, and I'll get to you in a second, Transformer. As we know, Tom Brady, the guy arguably thought of as the greatest quarterback of all time among most people. And
so what does that have to do with this, right?
I'm about to get to it. So remember, he's a minority owner of the Raiders. And when he, was kind of officially brought in as minority owner, Raiders majority owner Mark Davis publicly stated that Tom Brady will play a role in the selection of a new head coach and general manager, bringing in a needed football side voice. He also was instrumental in the hiring of one Chip Kelly. So Tom Brady has a lot to do with how the Raiders are now currently a sinking freaking ship. Transformer, where are you?
Oh, man.
Bro, he's turning into the Michael Jordan thing.
That's what it appears to be.
With the Wizards? Well, Bobcats or whatever.
Bobcats, right.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is just this is a lot to unpack.
It is.
Thank God it ain't Green Bay.
First we got these problems in Cleveland. We got these problems.
Yeah. There's no excuse for this.
First of all, coaches freestyling mid-game is crazy.
Wait, what?
Coaches freestyling mid, bro. They freestyling mid-game is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, we running blue on the 2. 40-/2 right.
62 DOS powers trap.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Wait a minute. That's not.
Linemen are like, yo,
receiver tapping his helmet. Hey, man, what route am I supposed to run on that?
I don't know this play.
I don't know that route. 15 yard in? 15 yard in?
Imagine you're Geno in the huddle like, look, we just going. Hey, look, we just going to go XZ power fly,
How unprofessional, bro. Speak to that.
Geno, when he was
Ryan was here, we could ask him what he would do in a situation.
When he was in Seattle, of course, Pete Carroll and those guys played great. Played absolutely great. Earned a contract that warranted him to still be a starting quarterback in the league. It was shockingly surprising this season. This season has been shockingly surprising on how drastic of a fall off it has been for Geno Smith, especially when you got like Brock Bowers, you got Austin Genty. You got some weapons over there that you can succeed with. And this news coming out, it's like, well, this makes a lot of freaking sense. Because sometimes I'm looking at Geno, I'm like, what is that? What play is that? Obviously, you and the receivers aren't on the same page. You're scrambling for your life and you're just throwing random crap. Well, if the coach is freestyling a freaking play, I have to freestyle my actions on the football field. I'm not competent on the plays that you're calling. So guess what? I am not sure where the receiver needs to be. The receiver is not sure where he needs to be. The offensive line is not sure how to protect. They're like, are we in max protection?
Right.
Is the tight end supposed to stay? Is the tight end supposed to slide out? Or is the tight end supposed to have an option route? So it's a whole bunch of confusion. If we're not practicing what we're preaching on a football field, then it's not going to be a very good game that we're going to play on Sunday. It's never going to be that. I've never seen a sport to where I can go in and I can willingly freestyle a game with so many pieces on a team like football. There's 11 guys on the field. 11 guys need to be on the same page. If one of those guys is off the page, okay, you could probably get away with the 10 other guys picking it up. When 2, 3, 4 guys don't know what to play, you're screwed.
For sure.
You're screwed. The receiver don't know what to do. The quarterback is not sure where the receiver needs to be. So if his targets aren't on the same page, it's awful. It's awful football. It's awful football. It's awful.
The Raiders beat the Patriots in week 1.
Yeah, they did.
And then their only win after that came against the Titans at home.
Yeah.
So the Titans are the worst team in the league.
Right. So this is basically them just an early season win. They have been getting blown out of games. Multiple scores every week.
I don't know.
With the exception of the Jags game where it was close, but they lost 31-0 to the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, they got
they lost 33-16 to the Cowboys. The Browns beat. Remember the Browns were reeling? And they didn't know who was the quarterback and what was going to happen after Joe Flacco. The Browns got to win. This is where we are. The Raiders, and this is Mark Davis' problem.
Yeah.
This starts at the top.
I don't know if I sent you guys the video. I saw it a few weeks ago. And it was basically like saying this is not Ashton Genty's fault. And it showed just absolutely horrible.
But who said it was Ashton Genty's fault?
Well, you're hearing people saying he's a bust and he shouldn't have been drafted that high, et cetera. And I don't
I'm telling you, Bruce, this starts at the top with Mark Davis.
Yeah, for sure.
And even bringing in a potential sideshow with Brady and Kelly and all. This is all like it's like a circus.
I don't mind the Brady thing, but clearly he thus far doesn't know what he's doing.
Bruce, this is turned into a circus.
Brady was a strong advocate and reportedly the biggest advocate of bringing in Chip Kelly to run the offense.
And who's Chip Kelly in the NFL?
He was right. He was also involved in the decision to acquire quarterback Geno Smith to run Kelly's offense, reportedly after his first choice, Matthew Stafford, remained with the Rams. Like, I get it, you wanted Stafford, but
you would have got the same outcome you have now.
What? But regardless,
they don't know the plays.
They should have
Nobody knows the plays.
How would it be any different? We'd be talking about how Stafford needs to retire.
You're right.
Instead, he's an MVP because he's with McVay.
Yeah. You know what, though? I'm glad that the reporting is coming out exposing all of this because this is
you know who this exposes, really? This exposes Brady.
It does.
Out of everybody, he's the one that looks like he's got a shit stain on his boxer shorts, bro. Because he didn't have to get involved. Why are you getting involved in the day-to-day stuff?
And that's what I was about to say. Instead of you being involved in these things, just be at the ownership level, be involved in the hire of the president.
He needs to be a part of the marketing.
And the GM, maybe.
He needs to be a part of the marketing. Come watch the Vegas Raiders.
But
get hype about this Raiders team.
Yeah.
We got all this great talent here. We got this coach here. Come and check out our team. Support our team. Get involved. He needs to be part of the marketing, the recruiting of fandom.
The problem is
his image is what sells,
Agreed. But you got you got a few owners, not many, but a few who are buying into and drinking the Jerry Jones Kool-Aid of, I might be the owner, but I want to also be a face that's out there. No. Let football people run your football operations. Sit back and collect the check.
5 worst owners in the league. Mark Davis is one of them.
Yes.
Okay. Jimmy Haslam of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I would say, probably Mark Davis. I mean, they're two of the worst. They do the same things.
Was it the guy in Miami? He's terrible.
Yeah, they all do that. They exhibit the same behaviors. Meddling in the day-to-day that they don't need to be. You hired people, let them do their job. Now you got Tom Brady involved, bro, doing things in the day-to-day. No. If he thinks he could still play, he needs to put on shoulder pads and go out there and play quarterback for Geno Smith. If you still need to do it,
I said, I don't want to get hit anymore. I'm done.
So I'm gonna send this guy out to be lost and confused.
Check this out. The reports are the failure of the offense under Kelly, culminating in the coordinator's midseason firing, has been viewed as a severe blow to Brady's credibility and the first major public fallout from his attempt to mold the franchise's direction. Because you want to be too involved, like you just said, Snead.
A famous man once said,
"All person and let them run it."
You know what a famous man once said?
What they say, Snead?
What's that, Snead?
You want to be all in the videos, all in the shows.
Right?
Come to death row.
right.
Shout out, Shug.
No, you're right. Shout out, Shug.
And you see how it always ends up.
Always ends up because you gotta, for real.
Shout out, Shug.
Shiny suits, bro. All in the video.
Let the locks go.
Dancing all in the videos. Come to death row. Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's terrible, bro.
These are case studies. They should document these things, case studies, and what not to do in a football organization. Here's what you don't do.
And as a fan, man, you're probably looking at this as like, this is what the hell is going on. The team I'm rooting for every Sunday, Monday, occasionally, Thursdays, occasionally, if we're good enough to even make those freaking games and get those freaking games. We're out here freestyling. So instead of me blaming everything on Geno, like, Geno, what are you doing? Geno probably looking at the crowd like, I don't know.
Right.
Bro, when I was overseas, I saw 3 football jerseys. I saw a Dan Marino jersey. I saw a Los Angeles Raiders jersey. I forget who it was. I think it maybe Bo Jackson. And I saw a Cleveland Browns jersey. I saw 3 jerseys in Jerusalem, bro, where they don't know anything about American football, right? They play soccer over there, right? Those were the 3 jerseys I saw: a Browns jersey, a Dolphins jersey, and a Raiders jersey.
Who was the Browns
these are
jersey?
teams. Yeah, it was a Jim Brown jersey, 32.
Jim Brown. Okay.
Yeah, it was a 32. So I've seen only those football jerseys overseas. These are like legendary franchises when it comes to like their legacy. Why are we living like this? Why are we degrading ourselves as a franchise with nonsense like this? Do things by the book and you'll get the results you want to long term. They just keep trying to take shortcuts, Bruce. That's what this is about. They went and brought Tom Brady thinking this was going to be a cheat code to finding success. That's not how you do this. That's not how the Patriots did it. They didn't take shortcuts. They built that thing from the beginning. And then they held on to what they had and just kept on, refilling the shelves.
Right.
But you didn't have people stepping out of the line, bro. You didn't have people habitually line stepping.
Crazy. I feel bad because I was one of the people, talking about Geno Smith and talking about how bad the Raiders were, and now we're getting an indication of why they were so bad.
And by the way, Brady's a bum at announcing games too.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I'd rather listen to the Tony Romo broadcast.
Yeah. But I don't think Brady's a bum. Like at first, he was like, "Whoa, this is rough." He's solid. I just don't think he's outstanding.
It's all overrated. It's all overblown. His star power as a player is not what it is in any other aspect of what he's doing operationally.
Fair enough.
Just
All right,
crazy, bro.
y'all want to take a couple calls on this?
I don't know. They can call in and freestyle it if they want to.
904-219-8264. 904-219-8264.
Oh, by the way, I saw Kobe jerseys. I saw Jordan jerseys.
Mhm.
I
Of
saw
course you're gonna
Allen
see Kobe.
Iverson jerseys.
Yeah.
I saw Shaq jersey. Those are, I mean, that was the time, bro. It was 2000. So that was the time.
Got you.
You damn sure gonna see Kobe jerseys
I
across
saw
the
Kobe
world.
jerseys. Yeah.
Yeah, that man is world renowned.
Remember that was number 8 back in 2000. That was
Froby.
number 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right around the time I think he did that music video with Brian McKnight, bro. Remember that one?
With the suit.
Yeah, he was rocking the suit on the basketball court. Brian McKnight's rolling the motorcycle.
Oh snap, bro.
I think Shaq's shoe was just getting into Walmart or whatever. I don't know, whatever, Kmart.
But what was it?
That ankle, pump up my Shaq shoe.
Uh-huh.
That was a good album. That was
Can't Stop the Rain,
Diesel.
bro.
That was like 93.
Can't Stop the Rain.
Can't Stop the Rain, I think, was his second album. Shaq Diesel
Second
was the first one with Can We Rock with Fushnikins. That was pretty good.
Yao jerseys in 2000. I don't, maybe
That should have been about the time.
right around that time. Yeah. I didn't see any
in
Yao
2000.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 04.
I remember Yao kind of peaking around like 05.
Yeah, like 04, 05. Yeah.
His like all-star status. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm about to say 2000 is too soon. For me.
I was rocking my
That
Barry
sounds too soon.
Sanders jersey personally, but that's just me.
Greatest running back ever.
Yeah.
No question, hands down, no argument.
No, let's not do Lions conversation. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Barry Sanders is the greatest running back, period.
And that's fine. And let's just put a pin in it.
Yes, sir.
D.
Chief, what up?
What up, man?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on there, Nate?
What's happening?
Ooh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Chief. 2 weeks.
13 days to be exact.
What up?
See, I love your great analysis. The problem with the Raiders, it is organizational culture. Start from the top and then went on down.
That's correct.
We see in the military, crap rolls downhill.
Sure does.
That's what they did.
Yes, sir.
And Mark Davis, he ain't Al.
Nope.
Al is just win, baby. I don't know what they're running. And Tom got about, he's probably got about $100 million, $200 million invested in the Raiders. So yeah, he got to do a little bit better. And I was kind of upset starting from the draft when they didn't pick up Shador and the other picks. And what were they doing? What were they trying to reestablish? Where were they going? And I got family in Vegas, and they're not too happy. And I also had family in Oakland. They ain't happy. So you got a mad fan base.
Yeah.
On what they're doing from the top.
Oh, did we lose him?
No. I think you still there, Chief?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, agreed. It's bad from the top because as we said, Mark Davis, not good. Tom Brady, minority owner, clearly he's making poor decisions and it's just going downhill. And Pete Carroll appears to be over his skis or just, too old and doesn't you're the main guy. You're the head coach. You're supposed to be monitoring what's going on. There's no way you shouldn't know that your OC is calling plays that aren't in the playbook. I don't know how you missed that.
Right, but then again, is it Pete or is somebody above Pete that really hired the guy? Did Pete really want him, or did Pete want to call the plays, or he got it's just a shit show. We say it's just a shit show out there in Vegas.
It sure smells like that, and we're just on the outside looking in. We don't have any extra access. We're just watching it all kind of destruct in front of us.
Yeah, but I guess that we can kind of see it from the top as it kind of just roll on down.
Well, you remember the John Gruden situation. Remember that with all the emails, like, about Mark Davis with his money problems, about the bad decisions that he's made in the years prior. So this is, it's expected. It's like par for the course. It's on color for this owner and for this organization. It's just what they do.
Hey, baby.
But they need to detonate for management, and then Mark Davis might have to fire Mark Davis. That's kind of like when Jerry got fired. Jerry, sometimes you got to fire yourself. But I think if they really want to rebuild, they're gonna have to get new people, and then they're gonna have to all be on the same page. Because it's just, I mean, the calling of different plays. I ain't never seen that watching football in my life. Unbelievable.
It's crazy, man. It's legit crazy, bro.
It is wild. It's very wild. Yeah. But that's not all I have to say on that, fellas.
No doubt, Chief. Appreciate you.
I used to watch. I've been with the Raiders since they was Oakland, when they was in LA, now Las Vegas. There's some disgruntled folks in this world. And Raider fans are, they ain't wrapped too tight.
No, they are not.
Do you see the way they dress at the games? Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Looking like the Road Warriors and wrestling and whatnot. Yeah, for sure.
Got the spikes, shoulder pads and all that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, appreciate the call, Chief.
All right, ciao.
All right, brother.
All right.
Okay, guys. So Sneed had to roll. Yasmin had a game, young Sneed. So she's going to get out there and get busy in the hoops. So shout out Yasmin, shout out Sneed. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Go out there and put foots in them.
Put foots. All right. Moving right along. So the Chiefs are struggling, Transformer.
They are
struggling. This one, man, listen. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the Chiefs and what you think? Because, year after year, we're saying, is this the year the Chiefs are finally done? Is this the year? Is this the year? Is this the year, Transformer?
Man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Now, is it over? Absolutely not. They're only a game out from being in the playoffs. All you do is need Jacksonville to come back down to earth, or the Buffalo Bills. I mean, obviously you lost that game against the Bills earlier, so now that game is pretty critical in how the season plays out. But you're currently 6-6, and you only got 5 games remaining to play. And I'm about to look at the schedule here. Your remaining 5 games are against the Texans. And Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders. You've already lost to the Broncos, so that's going to be critical. You've already lost against the Chargers. That's going to be critical. And I believe they haven't played the Texans this year. So, and Texas got a great defense. So Texas defense alone can cause problems for you to make this an uphill battle to climb. So honestly, man, it's just not looking good, man. You're currently 3rd in your own division. You're 2 seats out of the playoffs right now. A part of me, like, you still like not counting out Patrick Mahomes. You're like, man, I feel like if we count him out, that's when he's going to arrive and just stab us all in the back, right? Yeah. But from a holistic standpoint, man, it's not clicking all the way. I mean, obviously, when we saw the Raiders game and we saw them play the Commanders, this was that 3-game winning streak that they had against the Lions, the Raiders, and the Commanders. We thought it was back. We thought that they were fully back. They got Rasheed Rice back off of the suspension, and it looked like they were clicking on all cylinders. Then you lose against the Bills. Then you lose against the Broncos. Then you come back in a miraculous game in the 4th quarter against the Colts. You're like, okay, cool. All right, maybe that Bills Broncos was just a 2-game road game. I mean, the road stretch that they just didn't need. Then you go out and you lose to Dallas, and now you're in trouble. Now you're in legit trouble. Where you could have been 7-5. You're now 6-6 on the outside looking in, and your schedule isn't quite favorable. 2 of those games you can win for sure. The Titans and the Raiders, those are 2 games. but you're going to need 4 out of the next 5. You're going to need 4 out of the next 5. You can possibly get in the playoffs with 10 wins. And I'm pretty sure that's how they're looking at it, but it's not looking good, bro. I can't definitively say they're done. I can't. Long as Patrick Mahomes back there, Andy Reid's out there, Steve Spagnolia's out there, it's tough. It's extremely tough. Travis Kelce isn't what he once was, but they still got viable weapons. Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, Pacheco was coming back, I believe, this week. You still got Kareem Hunt. The offense is there. I'm not sure what the injury was to Chris Jones. Maybe he's gonna, maybe might miss some time. I'm not sure. But you still got Steve Spagnuolo that's in charge of that defense. Are they done?
That's a big one.
Ah, man. That's tough, Bruce. That's a tough question to ask. These losses that they're taking, they're all one score. So you're like, they're not getting blown out by anybody. They're just not finishing out the way that they normally would have finished out last year and the years past. Right. The fourth quarter, the last fourth quarter drive where, hey, if Pat touches the ball last, it's over. That conversation is pretty much doing itself down. Like, man, we could defensively scheme up.
Yeah. Like it's not quite the same like it used to be.
And to me, I think it's becoming more. They're figured out now. They figured out the Chiefs' offense. They figured out how Pat and Andy Reid likes to run this offense. And I think Patrick Mahomes the other week kind of alluded to it. Like he mentioned the other teams are getting creative, right? Meaning like, Andy, it's time to redo the structure and what we're doing.
Yeah, I think so.
Some of this stuff is becoming vanilla to some of these defenses. They're like, okay, we've seen this before, right? So maybe that's a cry for Patrick Mahomes, like, Andy, it's time to switch things up a little bit. But it's not looking good, Bruce. I'll be honest with you, it's not looking good. This could be the year. But then again, we've done this with Tom Brady.
That's right.
It's like, oh yeah, Tom ain't making the playoffs, and all of a sudden, 4 or 5 game win streak later, you're right in the playoffs, and then they're in the AFC Championship game. You're like, okay, well, let's just stop talking about Tom.
right.
Let's just stop talking.
Yeah, certain guys have a certain level of great, and you say, okay, we just go. Yeah. No, that's a great point, and I think as long as you have, to your point that you just made, as long as you have Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, you have a legitimate shot. Although I'll say this. When they're healthy, they have a good receiving core, but I think they truly need a number one. I don't know that they have that. They need a real number one
receiver.
They need to figure out, and
I mean, that's Rashid Rice, though.
A real number one.
I think he's a solid number one, Bruce. For the style of offense that they run, I don't think they'll thrive off a true number one target. I think Rashid Rice is a great target.
Their offense was pretty much the best in the league when they had that real number one named Tyreek Hill, right? When you have, and I'm not saying he has to be as fast, but when you have a legit number one, opens everything else up. And they're also going to have to figure out, because Kelce can't do this much longer. He's still playing at a relatively high level, right? But he can't do this much longer. So they got to figure out how they're going to replace that. Although, replacing an all-time great Hall of Fame tight end is not going to be easy, right?
Not easy.
Although I tell you, they've been relatively blessed. They went from Gonzo and then, a couple of years off of that, then they get Travis Kelce. That's pretty good.
No,
right?
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That, that's almost like the Packers quarterback situation, right? You go 1-to-1-to-1. So, but yeah, I think they could really do well to have a really good number one, and they could really do well on the opposite side to have a really good edge rusher, right? Because obviously we know Chris Jones is really good, but he's on the back end of his career as well. So if you get a guy who can really come off the edge, I mean, because of Chris Jones in the middle, that helps Karlaftis do something, but he's not a legitimate game wrecker, right?
Yeah.
If they could find one of those, or maybe trade up to get one of those, then, we're really talking, because like you said, Spags, and then, on the other side, you somehow get a number one, whether it's through the draft or via trade, then we see what you got.
Now, the thing about it, Kansas City does draft pretty well. I mean, I do like their drafts. They're very, very smart personnel. GM does a great job with personnel. But to me, it's just not. When I watch the Kansas City games, it's like some games or some drives, I'm like, that's Kansas City. Then the next drive, I'm like, what is that? Like, what was that? That was very vanilla. Like, what plays are they running? I don't know if he's holding the cute stuff out, and Patrick Mahomes is like, I think it's time for the cute stuff. Like, I think it's time for you to unleash some of those plays that we had for the playoffs. It's time to unleash some of those now. And they're trying to kind of like cruise their way through games, and it's coming back to bite them in the ass. It's like, okay, it's time to stop cruising. It's time to stop cruising. Defense, obviously, they're giving up a little bit more than what they're expecting. 28 points, 22 points, 20 points, 31 points last game. So it's like, okay, now the defense isn't really getting the stops like they normally would to give Patrick Mahomes the ball back, right? So now this is all predicated on that offense, and even Patrick Mahomes is looking at it like, this ain't the same offense.
Right.
This ain't the offense that we need to run.
Right.
So,
no, agreed.
it's critical, man.
Well, so I guess we're in agreement saying that while the Chiefs could improve, when you're dealing with Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, we should never say it's done.
Never say never. You can't say it's done, bro. It's tough.
Right.
It's extremely tough, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because, I mean, honestly, they're like these remaining 5 games. I could pick Kansas City,
though. I think they could go 2-3.
They could
lose to the Texans. They could lose to the Chargers. They could lose to the Broncos.
But you've seen these 2 teams already. They could win against the Chargers. They could win against the Broncos. They could win against the Titans. They could win against the Raiders. They may, this Texans game is going to be key. It's going to be key. They have to win that game. If they win that game, they stay in Kansas City for the Chargers to come in, and the Chargers are very, very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. We just saw what Jacksonville did to them, right? They don't have an offensive line. Steve Spagnuolo, like, yes, go feast and get me the ball back. And go give Pat the ball back so he can go ahead and keep lighting it up on that side. So now Texans, Chargers, that's back-to-back wins. You're 8-6. You go into Tennessee, you're 9-6. Nobody, if the Titans win that game, then just God forbid. But now you're 3-0, and you're going back into Kansas City, and where you got that rematch against Denver. It's possible, Bruce. I'm looking at a way. It starts with that. It starts with this Texans game. It starts with that Texans game. They win that Texans game, they can literally blitz Justin Herbert out of that game to win that game, go win in Tennessee. Now you're back at 9-6. And now, not only that, it's towards the end of the season. And this is kind of where Jacksonville kind of teeter-tots and, still trying to figure out who they are. They could start losing a couple of games, right?
But they have that head-to-head, though, so we got to be careful with that.
They do have the head-to-head, but they're only, 2 games ahead? Well, a game and a half because you hold the tiebreaker?
Right.
Why am I looking at the NBA? I got the NBA standings up here. So Jacksonville's currently sitting at 7-4, right? So they still got another game to play. Yeah, they still got another game to play. And like I said, that game could be critical. That game could definitely be critical, man. So I'm not going to sit here and count them out. I can't. It's hard. They're the only team with a point differential of 73, and they're 9th in the conference. 9th. Point differential of 73. Plus 73, by the way. So, yeah, man, heavy sigh.
I'm sitting here, and everything you're saying is making sense. And we got all the numbers, and we know Mahomes, and we know Andy Reid, and we know Travis Kelce, and we know Spags, and but
and one more thing, Bruce, I'm just not noticing. I'm just not noticing this.
Yeah,
they're 1-5 on the road. They're 5-1 at home. So look at this, Bruce. Texans are at home. Chargers are at home. They're going to win against the Titans. That's on the road. The Broncos are at home. So as long as they're in Arrowhead, they're fine. I mean, their only loss in Arrowhead was against the Eagles. No, I'm sorry. Wait. The Eagles and the Chargers? Was Chargers in Arrowhead?
No, because they're playing the Chargers coming up at Arrowhead. So that was in LA in the opener, remember?
Okay, because it doesn't have at the Chargers. It just has versus. Okay.
What was that? That was in Brazil?
Oh, yeah, that was the overseas game. That's right. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, their only home losses against the Eagles, that was 20-17. Other than that, they've beat the Ravens at home. They beat the Lions at home. They beat the Raiders at home. They beat the Commanders at home. They beat the Colts at home. So they beat some viable teams at home. So
right.
Texans beat at home. Chargers beat at home. Now you're back in the mix because you go on the road, you demolish the Titans, and that's your gear up game to play the Broncos at home.
Yeah.
At home. So,
Great
and then
points.
you ended with the Raiders on the road. So it's possible, man. I can see them being very, very sneaky, going at least 4-1. If they lose against the Broncos, they go 4-1. Now they're 10-7 on the year, and can still slide into the playoffs. But they're gonna need the Jacksonville Jaguars to kind of fall off the map a little bit,
right?
Or the Houston Texans. They beat the Houston Texans and they jumped them, so they're right back in the 8th spot, and they're literally a game out of being back into the playoff picture. So, and then if they beat the Chargers, they can move them out. So it's possible, bro.
Yeah, it is, man.
And then when they get into the playoffs, look out, because if they're a bottom seed, Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Steelers, can Kansas City beat them if they hot?
All right, check this out. Is there ever going to be a time where we can count these guys out and say, okay, we can sit back and not have to see them this year?
No. No. Apart, your football mind is like, man, they're just playing bad, but it's like if there's a will, there's a way. They're 5-1 at home. That's a great record. And the tough teams that they have on the schedule are at home. So it gives you a little cause to pause, man. It really does. It really does.
Hey, Coach T,
you can't win on the road. Yeah,
this is a great comment, Coach T. But remember, they went all the way to the Super Bowl in the playoffs on the road last year. They're not worried about going anywhere and winning in the playoffs.
Nope.
Just a thought. I'm not saying they will this year. I'm just saying we have the evidence that they can do it.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
But when the worst team to play in the playoffs, and you know this, Coach T, is a team that's rolling. If a team that's rolling, especially with a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid as a coach, Steve Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator, that's man. But Be Ready Sports Podcast, you're not paying attention. That regular season record don't matter when the playoffs hit. It don't matter. 1-5 on the road, yeah, that's cute. That's bad. I mean, that's bad, right? But if they're rolling going into the playoffs, they're going to possibly go against 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that were not playoff contenders last year. Experience matters, right? Do I trust Drake May in the playoffs? Nope. Do I trust Bo Nix in the playoffs? Nope. Do I trust Daniel Jones in the playoffs? Nope.
right.
Nope. So if I'm willing to bet that if Kansas City can make that 7, 6, or 5th spot, and they got to play one of them 3 teams, well, you can't play the Patriots because they're gonna have the bye. But if I got to play Aaron Rodgers or I got to play Daniel Jones or Bo Nix, Kansas City can win those games, man. So, and the thing about it, they're not getting blown out. That's the good thing about it. You know, they're losing like 1-score games, 3 points, 6 points, 7 points, man. But when you get to the playoffs, and you know this better than I do, Bruce, when you're in the playoffs, man, it's about who won it. It's one game at a time. Everybody's record is 0-0.
For sure.
You know, records don't matter. So, there you go. All you have to do is get in.
That's it.
There's been wild card NFL Super Bowl champions.
That is true. Baltimore Ravens.
We're one of them too.
You are one of them. Yeah,
we were a wild card.
Both of our teams. Yep. Yeah,
wild
we won wild card in 2012, 2013 season.
Yep.
For sure.
2010. Wild card Aaron Rodgers went all the way.
Wild card January Joe Flacco went all the way.
Boy, that was a legendary run.
Wasn't that a man? Listen,
that was legendary, dog.
Legend.
Talk about Shedeur Sanders. That was legendary.
Yeah, for sure.
That man made a name for himself, got a check off of it, and just went back to being Joe Flacco.
Yes, he did.
Easy that.
And handed the job over to Lamar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Chiefs not done. I can't say they're done. Nah.
No, I think you're right.
It's too soon.
It was worth discussing, though.
They lose against the Texans, they're done.
Based on the fact that we've never seen them look like this, you know.
But again, the man everybody considers the GOAT. We did that to him too. And I remember this was when Undisputed was popping, and Skip looked at Shannon and said, I think I'm done doubting Sir Tom Brady, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Yeah,
Said, I think
sure.
I'm done with that. Like,
For sure.
You know, it just takes them to get hot, man. And you roll to the playoffs hot, man. You're the most dangerous team. You're the most dangerous team.
I don't think the 2000 Ravens were a wild card. They were 12-4 that year. I don't think they were a wild card.
Yeah,
I know they were a wild card in 2012 when they won with Flacco. I don't think they were a wild card when they won with Trent Dilfer, but could be wrong. I thought they won that division. But anyway, all right, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take a couple quick calls on this. We'll talk a little NBA, and then we'll get you out of here. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Call in, give us your thoughts on whether or not you believe the Chiefs are all done.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
I saw all that bull jive you wrote. Do you believe? Okay, Woodage, you're right. You're right. You are correct. 13-3.
Yeah, Titans were 13. I just pulled it up.
Yeah,
they were 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Broncos in the wild card.
Yeah.
Then they beat the Titans.
I was about to say we beat them in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yep, and then they beat the Raiders and beat the Giants.
That is correct, Coach T. Eli's Giants were a wild card when they beat the undefeated Patriots. Yes, sir.
Yep. Takes you getting hot, man.
Yeah.
That 1-5 roll record. Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing.
Nope.
When that team is rolling
and start balling,
and they're healthy enough, and you get in there and you start balling.
Facts.
You can show why, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Lewis, Jonathan Ogden, Sam Adams, Rob Burnett, Rod Wilson. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right. Well, no calls on this. Let's go ahead and we will move to the final topic where we will discuss some NBA Transformer. This was your baby right here. So let's go ahead and let's do it, man, because this is a good topic, man. Thank you for bringing this up.
Actually, no, this was actually Sneed's.
Was this Sneed's?
Yeah, I just co-signed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I co-signed it. I co-signed it being a good topic. Yeah. And then you just flat out agreed. It was like, oh man. Yeah. All right. So the Western Conference elites, man, it's actually shaping out to be something a little bit different than what we thought. And no, not only because I'm a freaking Lakers fan and they're currently number 2, but the Oklahoma City Thunder are just terrorizing the league. They're on an 11-game win streak, 10-0 in their last 10. But the way that they're playing basketball is showing that, sorry, Edward, defense matters. It matters. Because not only are they one of the best defensive teams, they're still one of the best offensive teams. They're currently 19-1. 19-1, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hasn't played in half of the team's fourth quarters this season. That's how bad they've been blowing people out. They have a point differential of plus 15.9. 15.9, Bruce. What am I supposed to do with those numbers?
I don't know what you do with them, man, but boy, OKC looks good.
They look good, man.
They look great. And I think it's testament to the business of this nonsense that you don't need to play defense anymore. Yeah, you still need to play defense.
Who said that? Who said that, Bruce?
No, a lot of people say that.
Oh, I didn't say
defense
that.
Defense not important. I'm not saying you said that.
Oh, okay.
There are people who think defense is not important. So
I mean, yeah. But then you look at OKC at number 1. Then you look at the Lakers at number 2, who are shockingly making it. Right? I'm not going to say they're thriving. They're shockingly, even to me, and I'm a well-known, renowned Laker fan. I mean, you can see Kobe in the back. I don't have my Luka Doncic jersey that's next to me, but LeBron has come back, and he's just fitting in where he fits in.
Shout out to LeBron, because I didn't think this was going to happen, and I got to give him credit. He has come in. He hasn't made any waves. He's just, he's passing the ball. He's playing off the ball. He's not trying to, he's doing his thing, being a consummate teammate, and the Lakers are continuing to play extremely good basketball. So shout out to LeBron for what he is doing.
No, absolutely. Playing about 32.5 minutes per game, 16.5 points. He's shooting 49% from the field, 33% from 3, averaging 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 block. I mean, and one steal, not 1 block, 1 steal. The biggest thing that I'm seeing so far with the Los Angeles Lakers is that LeBron, when he gets in the game and he's with Luka Doncic, the moment he touches the ball, he's passing it to Luka.
He better.
He's passing it.
Luka's the guy now. He better pass it to Luka.
I'm shocked. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Brian, you ain't gonna take one drive? No.
Okay, so
give
let
it to
me
Luka.
say this. Do we
Let him
think
go.
that part of this, again, LeBron is continuing to ramp up his body, obviously at 41 years old. You know, he can't go the way he used to. And he may be saying, I'm saving some of my best for late game season and possibly a playoff run.
Yeah, or possibly, when Luka has to sit out or Austin Reeves has to sit out.
Like, right. And then he's in position to carry it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like with the Clippers game, he put up a easy 25, right? 25, 6 and 6. He was like, hey, I can still do this. I can still do this.
Yeah.
I just don't need to.
Right.
I just don't need to. And
shout out to LeBron for how he's playing right now.
No, absolutely. But it's not all about LeBron James.
No. But
Austin,
as we were talking about the Lakers.
No, I got you. Yeah. Austin Reeves, man, come to the front of the congregation. I need you to remember this when it comes playoff time, sir. Please remember this. Because right now you are playing offensively on another level. On another level. I'd be remiss if I didn't see. Well, I know Klay Thompson is the Klay Thompson of old, but AD didn't deserve to get crossed over. Klay Thompson did deserve to get crossed over. Cooper Flag, he's a rookie. He deserves to get crossed over because you got to get welcomed into the NBA, right? You got to get welcomed. But Austin Reeves is putting people off the dribble and getting straight to the basket, right? Being very, very crafty, playing a little bit more efficient as of late. Now that the attention is more on Luka Doncic and LeBron James and things of that nature. The Lakers are offensively one of the best teams in the NBA. Defensively, still got question marks. Still can't guard a soul, right? Austin Reeves, Luka, LeBron James on the same floor. It's just like, yeah. Bruce with a bad back, me with a bad knee.
Right.
We're putting up points.
Yeah,
we can put up points, but
can't guard a park car with a Uzi.
Can't park car with Uzi. But offensively, they're playing great basketball. The Houston Rockets sitting at 12-2. I mean, 12-4, playing unbelievably as well. The league's best 3-point percentage team, and they take the fewest 3-point attempts in the NBA. I know Bruce loves the few. He loves that number, right? The fewest attempts from 3 in the NBA belong to the Houston Rockets, but the best percentage belongs also to the Houston Rockets.
You think my Celtics could learn something from that?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't even know why you tried it.
I tried it.
I don't even know why you tried it. But KD obviously being a piece. Now this isn't much different than the Houston Rockets that we saw last year, because obviously we saw last year that the Houston Rockets were the second seed in NBA.
Second seed in the West. Yeah,
second seed in the West, and played unbelievable basketball. But it was just when it came to the playoffs, that guy I call him Wingstop. Wingstop just decided to go missing. AWOL is what we call it in the military. When it came to the playoffs,
but
they got that guy, KD, to go in there and give him 25, give him 30 when they need it. But the biggest plus is Sengun, man. Sengun is just playing on an absolute another level. 3-point percentage improved, defense improved, ball handle. Everything about Sengun is progressing in the right direction during the time that they needed. Of course, they lost Fred VanVleet, so that's been the biggest, okay, what are we doing at the point guard position? But they've been figuring it out, running one of the biggest lineups I've seen in NBA history. One player 6'7", the rest of them 6'11 plus.
Isn't that interesting how certain things are changing? Like we're getting away from small ball and getting back to size, like there was back in the day. We're getting back to more size. We're getting back to more the best teams are, really elite defensively. Although when the Warriors were in their prime and in their heyday winning those championships, they were one of the best, if not the best, defensive teams in the league. So, again, the narrative that defense doesn't matter, it's not true. Anyway,
the caveat about the Golden State Warriors teams is that they ran you out of the game.
Yeah.
Like you're tired by the fourth quarter. Like, bro, these dudes is just running all game.
Yeah.
Right. So that kills you. And if they get hot, then you're just kind of in a hole.
They was running you on offense and defense. So
yeah, Steph Curry running what they say the length of soccer games on the basketball court.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Just running circles. Like I'm just gonna run circles.
But quick trick to the Wax Museum. Reggie Miller used to do that too. So did Rip Hamilton, and that was in the old days.
Yeah.
So just a thought.
Talking about the real greatest shooter of all time.
I didn't say that. I was just saying two of the all-time great shooters.
Okay.
They both were moving a tremendous amount on the floor as well. So I just want to say, like, while we know that Steph does that, he's not the only one who does that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. The Denver Nuggets, man. The Denver Nuggets. Ed Dog, you can come to the front of the congregation, bro. Jokic had a great game last night. Are we good?
He didn't get his triple-double though. So, the GOAT, I'm disappointed,
But he shot 100% from the floor.
Hey, man. No, he needs a triple-double.
What was he? 1 rebound short? Or like 1 assist?
Yes.
One of those.
He had 9 rebounds, I think.
He had 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
1 rebound short, but shot 100% from the field. The honey is pouring. There goes Ed Dog.
What honey is? I don't know what honey is he talking about.
I don't know, man. I guess he's saying that you're not pouring enough honey. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, we know how great Joker is. We know he's the best athlete ever in the history of sports. So
he's a good GOAT.
Yeah, he's a good GOAT.
Yeah.
So with that, I just want to see him have all the triple doubles that he deserves. He deserves that every night.
No, absolutely. But they're currently sitting at 14-5. I believe they beat the Phoenix Suns was the last game they played. I believe so. The Spurs have kind of dwindled down a little bit from the previous talks of Wembanyama being in the MVP race. It's kind of calmed down, especially with De'Aaron Fox coming back. I haven't seen many big games, many wild moments from Wembanyama. Man, what's your take on the Spurs right now?
They are doing better than I thought without Wemby. Obviously, you wanted to see Wemby get through as much of the season healthy as possible.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see what he could do because the way he started off, you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be special. So just, anticipating his return, hoping that he can get well and, make it through the stretch run and hopefully get into the playoffs and have an opportunity to really shine and do some damage. That's my thought. But
yeah,
Spurs are a solid team, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're very solid. Like I said, and they're still a formidable opponent. You got Devon Castle. Yeah, of course, you got De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. And you got Victor Wembanyama, as they're still all young, very, very, very young. One of the brightest stars, I believe. Them, OKC, they're going to be the next consistent contenders. You could throw the Houston Rockets in there, next consistent contenders, to where they have a nice, solid core. All around the same age, and they could just put pieces around them and still be successful. So, San Antonio Spurs sitting at number 5, looking really good. Minnesota Timberwolves, not the start that I expected. Don't know what I expected. Honestly, I expected a lot more out of Anthony Edwards so far this season. It's just not seeming like the same Anthony Edwards that we've seen in 2 years past. And it's still early. We're only the first 20 games into the season. So you still got, 3/4 of the way of the season to go for them to pick it up. But takes on Anthony Edwards, man. What have you been seeing that just giving you that off feeling about the Minnesota Timberwolves? It's all right today.
My bad. Say it again. I got a little distracted for a second.
Anthony Edwards, man. What's been your take on him so far? He's just not being the same for Minnesota.
No, it just seems like there's something missing. And it was weird because he talked all, during the offseason about how he talked to Mike and how he was going to focus on the mid-range and not shoot as many threes, and it hasn't quite been that. I think that Minnesota has to find a way to get him a legitimate number 2. Kind of take some of the pressure off of him, not saying that he's not a competitor and he's not all about the pressure, but they need to find a way to help him with that roster-wise. Otherwise, I don't know that he can carry a team to a championship. But I mean, and Edwards is obviously playing well, but there just seems to be something missing, and it's just only certain guys are capable of doing certain things, and that sounds ridiculous, right? But it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to get his exact numbers in front of me, but yeah, he needs to chill. Like
shooting 28.7%. Points per game. I'm sorry, not percent.
He's averaging almost 29. Seems like everybody's averaging 29, right? 48% from the field, so very solid. 40% from three, so 82% from the line. He's doing it. Just seems like something's missing. Coach T says he has Julius Randle. Julius Randle's solid, but he's not a real number 2. I think he's a number 3. He needs a real number 2.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's my take.
No, I got you, man. I mean, and currently sitting behind them, right, very, very close, right on their heels is the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, wing stop over there. Not Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is out for the season with an injury, but Devin Booker. There you go. I couldn't get his name out. Devin Booker's been, playing relatively well. They're picking it up. Just trying to stay in that mix of not the wild card. What do they call this? The play-in team. The play-in tournament. Yeah. But the Golden State Warriors right behind them, man.
West.
Huh?
They're 7th in the West right now.
Yeah. So that puts them in the play-in teams.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 7 through 10. Yeah, 7 through 10 play-in teams. Golden State Warriors, the oldest team in the NBA. Just signed Steph Curry.
Obviously, I don't consider them among the elites, but
yeah. Steph Curry is still averaging 28 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler, 20 points per game.
I think he's dinged up right now, though.
Steph Curry. He didn't play last game. I saw the game last night with Jamon Green. I think he put up a dud of 0-0-0-1. Something crazy. It was something crazy on the stat line. So much for the better career than Kenyon Martin, huh? Nope, we're not going that direction.
8.6 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 38% from the floor. That's his numbers this year.
It's 38% from the floor?
37.7. I was being generous.
Damn. No, that's not too good.
No.
That's not too good. I think it's time. I mean, this team, obviously, they're just trying to remain competitive. I mean, Steph Curry is a, competitor. Jimmy Butler doesn't want to be a number 1. He definitely prefers to be a number 2. So he's kind of in his happy place. But I just think they just need to loosen up the reins and give it to these young guys, man.
I think they're still under the impression that they can probably still win. So it's like, you got to chill.
Yeah. When did they beat the Celtics? 2020? No, that was 2022. 22. So 3 years removed. So by the time we get the next season, next year it'll be 4 years removed. Okay. But yeah. Golden State Warriors didn't round it off. I mean, you got the Portland Trail Blazers, losing teams. I mean, at this point, after the Golden State Warriors, everybody has a losing record. But the Western Conference, man, I mean, it's going to be a juggernaut. It's going to be a slugfest. I mean, as we saw, and we said before the season, with OKC rounding it off the top. But those top 4 to 5 teams, you're like, okay, there's definitely something there for this to be a clash of the Titans at the top, man. What's your overall thoughts on the Western Conference play thus far?
Well, obviously, I think we got to go with the we call it the giant, the Goliath, the whatever you want to call it, man.
Yeah.
OKC is running away with this thing. The only question is, how many games are they going to win this year? Like, are they going to get to a point, down towards the latter third of the season where you're sitting guys, making sure it's all safe for the playoffs and all that, giving a lot of these younger guys a lot of experience. But same time, the younger guys are getting experience because, as you mentioned, SGA and some of the other guys aren't even playing these fourth quarters because what was the point differential? 16 points per game. That's how much they're winning by this game.
Yep.
There you go. So roughly 16 points a game. So SGA is out here getting busy, doing his damn thing. So it's clearly not only the class of the West. OKC is the class of the league.
Yeah.
I like Houston a lot. Adding KD was definitely a big one because, like we talked about, he doesn't even have to kill that much during the season, but he needs to be there and ready for in the playoffs, knowing now you have a guy who can get that bucket. I love the fact that you've got Şengün, who is, the analogies are there for a baby Joker. I saw a stat was saying like over his first 4 years, him and Jokic averaged roughly the same number of points and rebounds. In that 5th year was the jump. Their numbers are almost the same in the 5th year. It's crazy. So I guess the trajectory is, not saying he will be the Joker, but the trajectory is somewhat similar in terms of how they have developed in their careers. But obviously the main difference for me, and again, Sengun really gives effort on defense, but you can't play for Ime Udoka and not give effort on defense, right?
Absolutely.
So, right.
Defensive head coach.
Yeah. I love that. And I'm not just talking getting steals. I'm talking about like manning up on guys and trying to move your feet. And then also,
there's a reason why they have the biggest lineup in NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's like, get defensive rebounds, 1 attempt for the offense, all that. He's like, nah, limit their possessions, and we take advantage of every single one of ours. Yeah.
Yeah, so I love that. And then I also love the fact that Sengun has really done a good job of he has done a really good job of improving his 3-ball this year. Let's see. I had the stats here. Pardon me.
Why are you looking at that stat, Eddie? Come on, bro. Everybody gets blown by once or twice.
He just has to.
The key is that he said he's putting forth effort on the defense. But you gotta listen. This is why I'm sick of the therapy sessions I got to give to you and Bruce, man.
When was the last time I called you complaining, man?
2 days ago.
No, I didn't call you
complaining. It was like 3 days. It was right before Thanksgiving.
Was it right?
It was right before Thanksgiving. It was like Wednesday.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I know I was here because I remember you called me. I think I was about to do something. I was about to do something. But anyway. But yeah, man, Jamal Murray blew by him. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Yeah. The defensive player of the year gets blown by Eddie, but there's still better defenders than they try on defense, man. Come on, man. That's the point that he's making. Gotcha.
And I love to see that. I love to see that. And obviously we don't need to speak to the Lakers. You've done a fantastic job of doing that. But again, Luka's cooking, AR is cooking, LeBron is fitting in perfectly with what they're trying to do. And again, shout outs to LeBron for proving me wrong, at least to this point, for what he's done coming in, not making any noise, just consummate team player, showing what he is able to do and getting himself ready for what's unfortunately probably inevitable, that at some point he's going to need to carry the team. So he's handling that the right way. Lakers are looking great. I hate to say that, obviously. But yeah, man, the West looks good. And I think we've got
Proceed, bro. Proceed.
No, the West is going to be crazy in the playoffs, man. Look forward to it. I don't think anybody can beat a healthy OKC team, though. I'll say that.
Nah, they're looking just absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
From offensively, defensively, I mean, it's just pure domination.
I think the only chance to me, I think, because obviously the Lakers don't have enough defense, but I like the fact that the Rockets have that combination of youth and size. I do, and I think that could cause problems, but we'll see.
Out of the top 6 teams in the NBA so far, the Lakers have the lowest point differential, 3.9. Right. And you look at OKC. OKC is the only team that in the NBA that allows the opposing teams less than 110 points. Everybody else in the league averages on the offensive points per game 110 plus. They're the only team at 106. That's amazing. That's what you call limiting possessions and getting buckets on the other end, because they're also was second in the league in scoring. Second in the league in scoring at 122 points per game.
Very
That's
impressive.
behind the Denver Nuggets at 124.8.
Right.
So obviously they're showing not only defensively we can clamp you up a whole lot more than you can deal with us, but SGA and that team is getting buckets on the other end and making it very, very tough for opposing teams, man. 19-1, you multiply that times 4, and there you go. They're going to break the Golden State record. But I'm pretty sure that's not their focal point. They're the reigning champs, and they're trying to look at a repeat. I believe I saw a stat, or not a stat, but a situation earlier. Even though they're the number 1 seed in the NBA, If the league was the end today, they would have like 2 to 3 lottery picks still for the upcoming draft. That's crazy, bro.
Very crazy.
Like 2 to 3 lottery picks for
Yeah.
the upcoming draft, so they can still load more assets and more pieces, you know, for the future and groom those guys, or you know, use them as trade pieces to get another piece in the future or something like that. So it's just amazing on what the Oklahoma City is doing, trying to create that dynasty with that team, man. And it's looking fluid, bro. It's looking fluid.
Yeah, no, it looks really good, Transformer. Scary.
Yeah,
they look scary, man. They look scary.
A big
OKC's not winning 77
yeah,
games.
77 is too many.
No. They could win 70. They're not winning 77.
Yeah, 77 that's high. That's extremely high. Because I wouldn't want to win 77, because at that point I feel like if they got to exhaust themselves to get to 77, that's it's just defeating the purpose. You want to be rolling into the playoffs healthy. I believe once they secure that number 1 seed, they're just going to be letting the bench fly. Let the bench fly, and let's just stay healthy, stay glued in, and get ready for the postseason. Because OKC is obviously, they're looking at championships. They're obviously looking at championships. Their defense playing the way their defense is playing, offense is jumping. Yeah. And then they just got Jalen Williams back. They did all this without Jalen. That's one of the best parts about OKC. They did most of this. Jalen just got back.
Right.
Just got back, right? So you add another defensive guy who can go and get you 40 like he showed with against the Indiana Pacers in the finals. He can add to this, right? So it's tough, bro. I don't want to see OKC. Lakers try to stay at number 2 if possible, and only see OKC in the Western Conference Finals. Just don't get swept.
There you go.
Just don't get swept, bro.
Yeah. Let's take a couple calls on this, and then we'll get everybody out of here to enjoy an afternoon of NFL football.
Yeah, boy. Feels good today, man. I don't have to stress. Green Bay won on Thanksgiving. I can just sit back and just enjoy Sunday.
Your brother just waiting for me to say, let's take a couple calls, man.
Oh, you dang right I am.
Good morning, Edward. How are you?
Hold on. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? Let me go ahead and make this very crystal clear. I'm gonna say this right here. I am impressed. What's going on with the West? I am. With what you guys said, I totally agree. However, I'm more impressed with the Eastern Conference than the Western Conference.
Why is that?
How is that?
Because the reason why is that the teams that was in the West was already like top 5 teams already. We did not expect the teams that's in the East to be the standards where they are now. Nobody, like for instance, the Raptors, they're number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Who would have thought they would be number 2? I know they added BI. Maybe Glorilla is keeping him on his game, on his toes.
She's an asset.
Yeah. Then not only that, I mean the Pistons. I mean, hey, I'm like nobody expected. Well, the Pistons was a top 5 or a top 6 seed last season. I cannot remember, but they are the number 1. And then also not only this, the Atlanta Hawks, they getting it done without their number 1 player. He's out with an injury. Jalen Johnson is carrying their team.
Small Fry ain't doing it. He's not there. What's his name? Trae Young. I can't even remember his name. Trae Young.
Yeah. He's out with an injury. I think he was out I think he's going on a month. And Jalen Johnson is carrying their team. And they playing actually good without him.
Now, do you think that's more a testament that the East is more wide open because of Boston? They can't dominate because they lost a guy. Indiana Pacers can't replicate because they lost 2 guys. So the big top dogs aren't there and they're not fully healthy. Philadelphia Eagles, geez, football's king. The 76ers, they're not quite whole yet. They're still trying to figure it out. So, of course, there's going to be a whole lot more parity in the East than it would be the West.
I mean, we already know about what was in the West. We know about those teams in the West and where they was going to be ranked at. I'm more impressed with seeing these teams that's in the East getting it done.
I mean, why can't you do it? I mean, hey, this is your opportunity to do it. When you lost Jason Tatum, I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, Dame going back to the West, and Boston, they lost 7 in a row when Giannis went out. They number 11. And I remember he was talking about he can't remember the last time they lost 7 in a row. And then not only that, I mean, Philly, I mean, they was out last. They didn't make it last season. I mean, they winning now, and Tyrese Halliburton, he got to do so much as he can because
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. I said Halliburton. Thank you. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey, he got to do as much as he can because this dude that Bruce loves so much, he's not. He can't even stay on the court.
What dude is that Bruce loves so much, Edward?
Man, that dude, Joel Embiid, that stat line you sent me, I ain't need to see that.
Well, I mean, when was the last time you heard me bring up Joel Embiid?
Well, you brought him up yesterday when you sent me that stat line, Bruce.
When was the last time you heard me talk about Joel Embiid?
You brought him up. You talked about him yesterday, Bruce. You
Transformer. When was the last time you heard me bring up Joel Embiid?
I just told you when you did it, sir. I haven't heard it in a while. Hold on.
I don't talk about Joel Embiid anymore. He's disappointing.
Bruce, you brought him up. Bruce, stop the cap. Okay, you brought him up yesterday. You sent me a screenshot of some stat numbers he had put up. I don't know who it was against, but hey, what did you say in that message, sir?
I said it doesn't matter because Embiid because he's washed and the Joker is the good goat.
Okay, now Anyway, like I said, I'm impressed.
I said that, right?
Okay, look, whatever, man. Again,
he doesn't want me to give Joker's credit.
I'm impressed.
The disrespect is going to stop, Edward.
Let's keep going. I'm impressed with the teams that's going on, what's going on in the East and what it is in the West. Because, like I said, man, hopefully, and then the Cleveland Cavs. Everybody thought they was going to be a top 5. Right now, they number 6.
Mm-hmm.
They not doing.
To Steve's point, they defensively, they're not getting it done.
Yeah, they're not absolutely, but I am impressed with most definitely impressed. I did talk about in the early this season with the injuries of the key players on the East was being now. I said I could see the Rockets making not the Rockets. I'm sorry, the Raptors making a jump and the Hawks making a jump. Those were the 2 things I was talking about. And right now they're number 2 and the Hawks number 5. But that's all I got, fellas. Man, let's get ready, man.
But before you go, Edward,
here we go. What do you want, bro? What do you want?
You hear this aggression, Transformer? Talk to your brother, man. Get this
Big Memphis, man. Big Memphis. Big energy. Big Memphis energy.
But anyway, I'm gonna say this. You mentioned earlier that you've never seen Sengun get a block or a steal. So why is it that he's averaging more blocks per game than the Gregot? I'm just curious.
How many blocks is he averaging, sir?
He's averaging more than your guy.
How much
Our
is
guy,
he's averaging about?
The Gregot.
How many blocks he's averaging?
He's averaging 0.9 blocks per game. Your guy is averaging 0.6. So I'm saying you've never seen him get a block, but he's getting. Don't move the goalpost now. Don't move the goalpost. I'm just asking, Edward. I'm asking you.
Be very impressed.
I'm asking you if you've never seen him get a block. How is he averaging more than Jokic?
And Sengun is top 50 in the blocks per season for the league.
I was just asking. Anyway, you can go and enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, he couldn't close the casket against them when they played them, though. But
that's okay. If you play him in the playoff, we'll see what happens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Joker is the greatest player of all time. We know this. I know this, and you know this.
All right, Bruce, I ain't gonna do this, man. Y'all hit the like and subscribe for my brother and Bruce, man.
What?
Hey, Bruce, you be you, brother.
You be you.
Try to be water, be
water. Jesus Christ.
Yo, Edward is my dude, man. That's my brother right there, man. I know it's your brother. That's my brother too, man.
I got to deal with it on an almost daily basis, man.
All right.
19 games played from Jokic. He has 18 double-doubles, 10 triple-doubles.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it, man. Coach T, what's good, man?
Man, y'all know y'all ain't going to be able to wrap up this show without hearing from me.
We know it.
Fair enough.
We know it.
Bruce, I got a question.
What's up, brother?
Why are you always picking on Eddie, man?
What? I'm picking on him? This
I mean,
dude.
he had a nice he was having a nice conversation, and man, you had to end the call with, "Hey, I'm gonna have to hit you up with this." Come on,
I just
Bruce.
wanted
Point
to.
not.
I just wanted to
Really,
know based on what he said.
You had to hit up a 0.9. That's not even a full one.
That's not the point, Coach T. He said what he said, so
It
I
was
just wanted to.
unnecessary, Bruce.
It was not unnecessary. I just wanted to understand where he
But
was.
I guess more is more. More is more.
Thank you, Transformer.
Yeah,
It was unnecessary, Bruce.
It was not unnecessary, Coach T.
Yo, Bruce, you remind me of Transformer. You know when you have the family cookout?
Yep.
Everybody come and Bruce remind me of the OG of the family that set in his ways, you know, always arguing with the young bucks because he feels like they don't know basketball.
These young punks.
I mean, I got more knowledge on the subject than most of them, so that is what that is. It's not my fault.
That's you remind me of, bro.
Okay, brother. I got you.
It's all love, Bruce.
All love. You know that. What you got, man?
I'm just gonna, man. I love that my Lakers are number 2, but until like me and Transformer, we've seen this movie before.
Okay.
Yep.
Like you said earlier, we need Austin Reeves to do this in the playoffs.
I don't.
We need, man. We're not talking about you, Bruce. I said me and Transformer.
I know.
Are we seeing in the playoffs? Then yeah. Then I can put them up there with the elite. But right now, until I see something different, I know we still got a lot of basketball to play. Just barely December. OKC, Houston, and Denver. Top to me is the elite right now. Everybody else is just
in the West.
Everybody else is knocking on the door in the West. Yeah.
Coach T,
everybody's knocking on the door trying to kick it in.
Coach T, I don't like to say it, man, but y'all balling right now, man. I don't know. Y'all are.
Bruce.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to play no game. Y'all are.
Bruce.
Sorry, go on.
Bruce. We've seen this movie before.
Okay.
We've seen this movie before.
I'm just giving credit for what y'all are doing right now, and it's worthy of receiving credit. That's all I'm doing.
I appreciate it on behalf of the Laker Nation.
I appreciate it because I'm not about to get into it. I'm not about to get into it a disagreement with you when you're praising the Lakers, because I never do it for the Celtics. But
I'm just trying to be objective, Coach T. That's all I can do, man. It don't mean I want to see it. I'm just saying what I see.
I'll never be objective when it comes to the Celtics. I'm sorry.
I get it.
You know that old saying, it's the opposite of an old saying. I'm not going to say nothing nice about the Celtics.
Fair enough.
Other than I like those black and green jerseys. That's it.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No.
I'm traditionalist. Green and white, white and green. That's what I'm about.
That's
the wax museum jerseys. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
The wax museum.
Correct.
But I wasn't the one that said OKC was going to win 77 games. That's what these so-called experts on TV that everybody thinks that what they say is gold.
Yeah, people just say stuff.
That
man.
what they say is law.
Yeah,
they talking about if they keep this pace up, they're projected to win 77 games.
No, I mean obviously, but
Chicago and Golden State Warriors.
Obviously, but we know that it's not possible to keep that pace up. But yeah, they're great. They'll probably win 70 games. 77, that means you only can slip, what is it, 77? 5 games throughout the whole season? Come on, man, that's not possible.
No. And then, once they have the number 1 seed wrapped up, they're gonna, rest their stars but then again, their depth is so good they can win games with their bench. And get over 70 games this year. So they damn near won 70 games last year.
Right. No, I think they can win 70. Obviously, health is obviously the key contributing factor. But with relative health, they can win 70, man, because they're so good defensively. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna like it, Bruce,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna condemn. Only when it comes to the Brown fans, I'm not gonna condemn somebody for taking advantage of the rules in their era.
No, I get it.
When it comes to Nikola Jokic, man, I'm not gonna, and Luka Doncic, and I totally disagree that somebody said Luka's better than SGA. I wholeheartedly disagree with that comment.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm not gonna denigrate them because they're dominating the rules of their era. Like I'm not gonna do this because Bruce, you wouldn't accept somebody denigrating somebody that you support that dominated their era. You can't do that.
No, I totally get it. For me, it's not about denigrating. The only time that starts happening is when people want to make blanket statements and say, oh, this player is better than that player from that era and blah, blah, blah. Those players back then couldn't play. All these players are better without looking into the context. It's not denigrating, but when you start making cross-era historical comparisons, I've said this time and time again, now is when the nuance and the rules and all these different things have to come into comparison. If people would just say, man, this player is great in their era, cool, you would never hear me complain. But when you start saying, oh, this player in this era is better than that player in that, whoa. All right, if we're going to do that, let's look at the totality. That's all I'm saying. So it's not denigrating, it's giving the full picture.
I didn't say you was denigrating, Bruce.
No, I just want to make it clear that that's not what I do. I didn't say that you said that. Some people say that, but I just want to make it clear. People like to say that I disrespect and diminish. That's what some people like to say I do. So I wanted to make sure that I clarify what takes place.
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna highlight 2 points and I'm gonna get off your phone because I know Steve wants to call in and talk about this old guy that's yelling at the clouds. Steve's my guy though. We've been having some great. I'm trying to talk him in. I'm gonna try to talk him into starting his own podcast because he's a funny dude, but he makes some great points when it comes to sports.
He does.
Keeps me on my toes, gives me material for myself.
Right.
No, I'm just saying, like, you say whatever you want about Luka, and you say whatever you want about Luka, Jokic, not, being terrible on defense, but their teams are in the top 4 in their conference.
Mm-hmm.
And they're winning. They're winning basketball, and they're, according to the rules of their era, they're getting to the Luka and them, they're doing the right thing, get to the free throw line. That's the easiest shot in basketball besides a layup and a dunk is a free throw.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting to the free throw line. They're doing what they're supposed to do, regardless of what the haters want to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's winning basketball. Getting to the free throw line. You're lacking on one area, you better be good in another one.
No,
you're lacking on defense, so how they slow the game down? They get to the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kudos to them.
Yeah.
And 2, we were talking. I think you guys were talking about the East earlier. You can't leave out Eric Spoelstra and those Miami Heat and what they're doing with Norman Powell. Man,
that's a great point. Shout out to Norman Powell.
Yeah,
he's been a godsend. He's saying that playing in Miami, he loves it. Like the way he's talking, he loves it there, and it's changed his his mental state as far as basketball. So he's playing his best basketball.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yep. See, we're gonna make that happen.
Big facts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out. I'm gonna let Steve call in. I know he's gonna want to call in.
All right, man. I appreciate you, Coach T.
All love.
All right, brother. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Water.
All right, Steve. If you're gonna call in, man, you have 30 seconds. Go.
Tick.
If not, you know what
tock.
time it is.
Tick tock.
Right.
Tick tock. Tick tock. Tick tock.
Real.
Gotta get ready for these games,
There we
man. I
go.
gotta.
There we
it is.
go. See why
Hard.
Bruce can't do that with us, Steve.
What up, fellas? What
What's
up,
going
Bruce?
on, man?
Make Twizzler great again. I'm ready for my hat.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a hat. We're definitely gonna get you a hat, man. I got you.
Oh man, Steve, I missed
I
you,
wasn't
bro.
planning on calling in, but the people want it, so I did it.
Got to give the
I
people what they
missed
want.
the majority of the show. I was busy moving furniture, and so I had to clear out my aunt's apartment in half. So I was
sorry to
busy
hear
all
that,
morning.
man.
So I appreciate it.
No doubt.
But the little bit I saw was the end, the NBA Western Conference, Eastern Conference. So I'll give a couple thoughts. I think it's early, so it's a little too soon to be twerking, but I think what we can generally grasp is typically, like usual, the West is deep.
Mm-hmm.
There's potentially 3 to 4 contenders. I would say, yes, OKC is the favorite, but if they were to slip up, I still think there's 3 teams that could potentially go through a finals and win against the East. Boston's hurt with Jason. I mean, it's just not the typical East. I think Coach brings up a good point where Miami has a playoff culture, a winning culture, but do I see them as like a threat to actually win anything?
Yeah.
Probably not. The team right now in the East that I think when they're playing at their best is Detroit. Detroit could do some damage in the East, but if they're facing, let's say, OKC or Denver, I think you can throw LA to this point in the mix. And then you probably have to throw Houston in there. I don't know. In a 7-game series, I think they could play with Houston. They showed they beat them in a 1-game regular season. I don't know how much weight you want to put on something like that, but like really outside Detroit, like who do we think in the East has some real like finals potential? Cleveland, if they get their stuff together, maybe, but I don't know if I would like strongly advocate for that at this point. I think Detroit is pretty much the best of what the East has to offer, but the West is just so deep. I mean, honestly, the winner of the West, it's like, are we expecting them to lose? I would say no.
Agreed. Definitely agree.
I mean, unless some crazy injury happens that shakes things up, like if a Shea or a Jokic or, Luka or Austin Reeves gets hurt. Like, and this is coming from a guy who wants to see Houston win because I'm a KD fan, but I think they're good. But it seems like when they're playing the Detroits, the Oklahoma Cities, the Denvers, I just don't think they're missing Fred. Van Fleet with that team, I think would put them over, the hump. But right now, without that sturdy, solid, consistent point guard who can really run things, I think you're seeing a deficiency with that team, and I think it's going to show its face in the playoffs. Yeah,
I agree, man. That team is tough.
Agree. I always spit bars, bro. Listen, Twizzler, you agree with my chat comments. I understand why you guys can't highlight them, but it's very rare that you disagree.
Patreon is mainly for you, bro.
Yeah,
the Patreon will be mainly for you.
Well, I mean, that's what I do. I'm so real that the regular terms of services can't handle me, and I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anyway, those are my thoughts. That's about it. Coach summoned me, so I called. Shout out, Coach. I appreciate the compliments. And I'm not starting a podcast. So I don't need that. There's no way. I won't last a week. I'll get in trouble.
Make Twizzler great again, man. Make Twizzler great again. It's coming.
Oh my God.
Oh, bro, that's a hat. Or I want a T-shirt that says "I'm with Twizzler" with the arrow. That's about. All right, fellas. I'll let y'all wrap it up.
All right, man.
Blessed. Happy Sunday. Go Steelers. Go Irish.
There you go.
I hear you, boy.
All right, fellas.
All right, brother. Have a great one. Thank you for the call.
All right, bro.
You too.
I see. All right, Transformer. Go ahead, wrap it up, man.
All right, man. We thank you guys for tuning in to the Format Podcast, man. Don't forget to hit that like, share, comment, subscribe. We appreciate everybody in the chat that's coming in. Gene Beasley, we appreciate you too. I actually do like that idea of Chris Paul going to Houston. That would be a nice little point guard to have
again
for them again. Yeah, right.
Right.
But yeah, man, don't forget to hit that like button. We do got a special announcement coming up for you guys on Wednesday, so be tuned for that. The next time you're going to see us live is going to be Tuesday night to go over the college football happenings that happened over the week. Then you got us again Wednesday night. Then you got us again Sunday morning. There you go. And if anything happens, you already know that that's why we tell you to keep the alert bells on for you to stay tuned if we do pop in with an extra live. But other than that, that's all we got, man. Bruce, any last words? Any last thoughts?
Nope.
Well, with that being said, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time for NFL football, baby.
And we
out of here.
Peace.
Peace.